Bismillahirrahmanirrahim. Assalamu alaikum friends. Friends, in the last video we configured the DHCP on Huawei routers and assigned the IP addresses to these devices in the LAN on both the routers. You can see in the topology we have router 1 and router 2. These are connected to each other via G0/0/0 on both sides, and we have a gateway interface G0/0/1 to this local area network on both sides. This is our IP addressing scheme 192.168.10.1/30 on this interface, and this is the IP address on this interface 10.2/30, and 20.20.20.1 IP address will be the address of this gateway interface on router 2, and 10.10.10.1/24 IP address will be configured on this gateway interface on router 1. Similarly, same IP addresses in the same network range will be configured on network on the devices in this LAN and also on this LAN. As you can see, I have already configured the static IP address here, as I reset all both the routers, and we have no longer the DHCP configured on the routers. And I have configured a static IP address 10.2, and this is the gateway address, this is subnet mask on router 1, and this is connected to router 2, and it has IP address 20.2, 20.1 is the gateway address and subnet mask. Now first of all we will configure the router 1. We will go to system view, we will configure sysname R1, we will configure the interfaces on this router and their IP addresses. First we will configure the 0/0/0 and its IP address. This is the uplink interface connected to other router 2, and here the network will be IP address will be 192.168.10.1, and its subnet mask. We can also type subnet mask bits. Now we will configure the other interface, the 0/0/1. It is the LAN interface. Also, it is the gateway for the LAN on router 1. We will configure IP address, which is 10.10.10.1/24, and it is configured now. We will quit from here, and we will go to router 2. Similarly, we will configure sysname R2. We will configure interfaces gigabit Ethernet 0/0/0 and its IP address, which will be IP address 192.168.10.2. On the other router we configured 10.1 here, and here we will configure 10.2. So both routers can be connected together and communicate each other. So now we can ping 192.168.10.1. See, we can ping other router, and here on this interface we have this IP address configured. Now we will go to the LAN interface, gateway interface for router 2. Here we see there are no configurations. We will configure IP address 20.20.20.1 and subnet mask bits 24. Now we can see IP address configured here. We can also ping the PC in this LAN, which is 20.20.20.2. The ping is okay. Now we will try to ping the other network on the router 1, which is 10.10.1, and you can see it is unsuccessful. Look as timeout. This is because we did not configure the OSPF on these both routers. So without the routing protocol, we cannot communicate with other networks. Now we will configure OSPF so we can communicate to other network also on both sides. OSPF 100 process ID will be, and we will configure single area OSPF area 0. So we will advertise networks on this router. On router 1 we have two networks, 10.1 10.10.10.1 and 192.168.10.1/30. We have these two networks and we will advertise these networks so other router can learn these networks and communication will be established. So we can see here our networks display, sorry, IP interface brief. We have two networks configured here on these two interfaces, G0/0/0 and G0/0/1. This IP address and this IP address. See, both status is up. Now we will advertise the networks. First we will do 10.10.10.0 and it's a wildcard mask. So as you know, wildcard is the inverse of the subnet mask. So wildcard mask bit will be inverse of subnet mask, which will be the 0/0/0 0.0.0.255, and we will advertise other network also 192.168.10.0 and its wildcard mask 255 according to this IP address. There is a mistake in the uh, topology. We configured here /30, but on the physical interface we configured /24. So we will go with /24, not with /32 30. If you configure /30, our wildcard mask will be 0.0.0.3. So if we now we configure /24, so we will go with this wildcard mask. So here we can see our both networks are advertised now. So we can go back and save our configurations and sorry, save all and Y for yes, and configurations are saved now. We will go to the router 2. We will quit. We will check display IP interface brief. We also configured the /24 here. So on this router we have these two networks. So we will advertise these two also by configuring OSPF 100. We will configure single area 0, and we will advertise both networks. These are 20.20.20.0 0.0.0.55 and other network 192.168.10.0 0.0.0.255. It is the wildcard mask. Sorry, one zero is missing. So both networks are advertised, and neighbor adjacency is also established between both the routers, router 1 and router 2. We can see this message that neighbor has been found. So now we will go back, save our configurations, and yes, done now. Now we will go to this PC on the router 1 LAN. As you can see, this is the IP address, and you can see this is the IP address configuration on this side. So we will ping the gateway now, which is 10.10.10.1. So gateway of this LAN is responding now. Now we will go stepwise to other network. We will ping the other network 192.168.10.1. It is also responding now. 10.2 also responding now. Then we will ping the LAN of the other router, which is 20.20.20.1. It is also pinging and responding now. So we will ping the other PC2 on the LAN of router 2. Here we can see it is also responding now. Similarly, on the other hand, we are pinging from this PC2 of router 2 LAN to the PC1 of router 1 LAN. Ping 10.10.10.2. So you can see the two-way communication is established between both the networks. So in this way, we can configure OSPF on the routers of Huawei. So guys, if you learn anything, if you like the video, please hit the like button and also subscribe the channel and share with your friends. Till the next video, your host Malik Adil is signing off now. Do take care of yourself and your loved ones. Assalamu alaikum. Thank you so much.